Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tonight, I have something extra special for you. Our guest tonight is Kadijatu Bah, Kadijatu Bah. She is a 46-year-old wife, mother of 3 adult children, and a nurse. She has been in the United States for over 25 years. She is originally from Sierra Leone, West Africa. She first discovered she had problems with her kidney when she was pregnant with her daughter some 20 years ago, when protein was found in her urine. After her daughter was born, the protein continued to increase, and eventually her kidneys failed. She started peritoneal dialysis last year, 7 nights a week, 9 hours per session. She has had many challenges and side effects while on dialysis that has caused her a lot of difficulty in her personal and professional life. She is currently listed at MedStar Georgetown University Hospital. Your transplant coordinator there is Jennifer Austin. Her phone number is 202-444-0653. That's 202-444-0653. Throughout the broadcast, we'll be streaming this information, so you can follow it, and it will also be in the comments to the broadcast on Facebook, so you can find Kadijatu's transplant coordinator pretty easily. You can also apply online to start the process to donate. That's at www.mgti.donorscreen.org. That's www.mgti.donorscreen.org. That likewise will be in the comments. That likewise will be streaming throughout the broadcast. She's also working with our good friend Kent Bressler and Kidney Solutions to help her find a donor. Kidney Solutions can be found at 830-285-2140, 830-285-2140, or info@kidneysolutions.org. That likewise will be streaming throughout the broadcast. She's also working with the National Kidney Registry. So we're working very hard to try and find a donor for Kadijatu. So please give Kadijatu a warm welcome. How are you tonight, Kadijatu?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, my friend. It's good to see you.
Same here, thank you.
Did I state everything correctly in the introduction?
Yes, sir.
All right. Please tell us a little bit about where you grew up, your educational experience, and your employment history.
Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Kadijatu Bah. I was born and raised in Sierra Leone. Like you stated earlier, I've been here for 25 to 26 years. I'm a registered nurse by profession. I'm currently working full-time, and that's it.
Okay. What kind of work do you do, Kadijatu?
I work with kids with disability.
Okay. It's my understanding you are a registered nurse?
Yes, I have a bachelor's degree in nursing.
And how long have you been a registered nurse?
About 4 years, but I've been an LPN for 15.
Okay, so around 19 years altogether. What is
Yeah.
the name of the place that you work for?
I work for National Children's Center
Okay, and that's located where?
in Washington, D.C.
Okay, all right. And can you tell us a little bit about how it was that you came to the United States? And it's my understanding you're living in the DC area now, is that correct?
Yes, I live in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Mhm.
And you've been in the United States for over 25 years, correct?
Yes.
All right. And you're a married lady, right?
Yes, sir.
What is your husband's name?
Alpha Bah.
Alpha Bah? Okay.
Mhm.
And how long have you been married?
About 22 years.
Oh, wow. You've been married a while then.
Yes.
Okay. My friend Kent is saying hello.
I can.
Um, so I also understand that you have 3 children. Is that correct?
Yes, I do.
And what are their names and ages, please?
Um, it's 21, 19, and 16.
Okay. And it's my understanding they're still out home with you. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. When did you first discover that you were having problems with your kidneys?
When I was pregnant with my daughter.
And that was 20 years ago or so?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And tell us a little bit about that. What exactly happened?
Um, they just asked me to collect some urine sample. And when they did the dipstick, the lady told me, say, you have protein in the urine. I said, what's that? He said, your urine is not supposed to have protein. I said, so when they have protein, what that mean? He said, that's a sign of a kidney problem. I said, oh my God. So she said, you have to see a nephrologist. I said, okay. And I've been following a nephrologist ever since then.
Okay. And your kidneys have failed. I mean, you have end-stage renal disease, correct?
Yes.
And what caused your kidneys to fail? What was the diagnosis?
They don't really know, but all I know, after they did the biopsy, they say it's FSGS.
Okay.
Yeah, but they don't really know what caused it.
It's also my understanding that your daughter was born prematurely, at least in part, to try and help you with your kidney issues. Is that correct?
Well, because I was pregnant, so they thought maybe it was the pregnancy that is inducing the protein. So they was very skeptical. They had me had her earlier. Yeah.
Okay.
But even after I had her, I still continue.
But yeah, it's my understanding that your GFR continued to go down even after your daughter was born. Is that right?
It was stable for a very, very long time until maybe like in the 2020. That's when it started going down really fast. But for a long time, it was stable.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's my understanding that you had to start dialysis last year in 2021.
No, I started in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
And um, what kind of dialysis, what modality are you on at this time?
Peritoneal dialysis.
Okay, that's dialysis that you can do at home.
Yes, PD. Yeah.
All right. And how often do you do it, and how long is each treatment?
Um, to be honest with you, it changed from time to time, but for the most part, it's 7 days a week, 9 hours a day. But sometimes they increase it based on my adequacy. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Our friend Elizabeth Oldham says hi. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi.
Um, so you've been on dialysis for a year and some number of months, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Tell me, you're obviously doing this at night. Am I right about that?
Yes.
Are there difficulties doing your dialysis at night? Things like alarms or flashing lights, things that might keep you awake.
Yes, it's very, 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 very difficult. Sometimes the tubing, I don't know, it's like a malfunction in the tubing. So it will beep, especially when it drains. It will
Okay.
go to, yeah, like slow flow, and it will beep and beep, and sometimes your legs just cramp. Severe cramping of the legs. Sometimes the lights, every time it beeps, the lights come on, so you can't sleep. And sometimes just abdominal discomfort. You just don't feel good. Your tummy don't, it doesn't set well.
All right. Can you talk to us a little bit about the risk of infection and why you have to stay clean? The room you have to work in has to be clean. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, because the biggest challenge with PD is peritonitis. So that's a severe infection of the area. So you have to make sure everything is clean so you don't get that infection, because it's very, very painful. You
Okay.
can get fever, headache, chills, so you have to really, really be careful.
Have you ever had peritonitis?
Yes, I did. I had it one time, but it wasn't home. And I believe, because normally I spray my shower head with bleach every week, and I had traveled and I didn't take the bleach. So I believe when I took a shower, that's how it got in.
Because you were at a hotel out of town,
Yes,
and,
exactly.
and they might not have cleaned the shower head the way that you would at home.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I got it. But it wasn't too bad because I caught it on time. I caught it even before it happened. So I was put on antibiotic and it was fine within a week.
Okay. I
Yeah.
understand that once you're connected while you're on peritoneal dialysis, you have to be relatively stationary. Can you talk to us about that a little bit?
Well, the tubing is not too long. So basically when you connect, you have to be in that location because the tubing is not too long. So maybe you can only go to the restroom and to your bed.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Do you have help
Oh,
when you
yes.
connect on PD? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Can you repeat the question again?
I understand your son helps you. Can you tell us what he does?
Well, with PD, the supplies are a lot, and they deliver the supply in the basement. So my son helps me bring it up every day. And between my son and my husband, they help me set it up every night.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're talking about a lot of supplies. We're talking about supplies that could take up a whole wall in a room, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of supply, like 30 boxes
That's a lot.
every
And they're,
month.
and they're big boxes too, right?
And
They're
they're
not
big
little.
boxes, and then you have to be taking it up and down every day, and a lot of trash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you get new supplies every month?
Yes, every month. Yeah.
So it comes in every month and your son and your husband have to help you with it. And
Yeah.
that's not only when the supplies arrive, but every night when you're hooked up.
Yes, every night. Yeah.
And does that they also help you when you unhook?
Yes, my husband helped me when I unhooked.
Okay. I have heard you talk about challenges, issues, side effects with your dialysis. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, so far, everything was going good until September. I don't know what is going on, but since September, I've been throwing up a whole lot. I mean,
Okay.
I can't keep stuff down. Every time I eat, I will eat fine, but after a couple of hours, I'll throw up. And
All right.
it's been
So,
very, very challenging, making me lose tons of weight.
all right. A lot
Yeah,
of nausea and vomiting then?
yeah, a lot of nausea and vomiting, and the cramping of the legs, sometimes headache, blood pressure fluctuating. It's just a whole lot.
Okay. Do you have any trouble sleeping? Yeah, insomnia?
Sometimes I do, but most of the time I do sleep. But sometimes, like I said earlier, sometimes I believe it's the tubing. It just make just unnecessary noise.
Okay. Um, do you suffer any pain?
Yes, sometimes I do get headache. Like today is one of them.
I'm
And
sorry,
then
Kadijatu.
that's okay. And then sometimes your tummy just don't feel right.
Okay.
Sometimes even if you are not connected, it feel like you are connected, especially when it's draining. Like I guess because it's a machine, it pulls too much. So it can cause a lot of pain in your abdomen when it's draining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I understand you have some problems with your legs. Do you suffer from restless leg syndrome?
I think that's how they call it. Yeah, but sometimes when it drains, it gets a lot of cramping.
Okay. Can you explain what that's like, please?
I'm telling you, even if you are dead sleep, when it comes, you have to get up. It's that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very painful. I don't even know how to describe it. But I know even when I'm sleeping, if the cramping comes, I have to get up and walk and tap my legs and, rub it, massage it. And it's just very painful, but especially when it drains. I guess it's draining too much, it's pulling more fluid than it should. And you can't control it because that's the way the machine is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I understand that when you connect at night, your heart races. Can you describe that for us?
Yeah, a lot of times, a lot of time the reason why I can't sleep when I do connect, I feel like somebody is chasing me, so my heart beats so fast. So because of that palpitation that I hear, it makes me can't sleep
Okay.
because I can hear it.
All right.
Yeah.
I've heard you describe your feeling as like a walking zombie. Can you tell us how that has affected your home life, your work life?
Uh some of these things, believe me, is very hard to describe because if you are not in my shoe, you cannot feel it. But I'm sure people that are out there that I'm going through what I'm going through, they can feel what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You can't put words around it.
All right. So the dialysis has had a definite effect on your life. Is that right?
Oh yes, big time.
Okay. Um, do you have any emotional issues, things you find upsetting?
Yeah, of course, everybody does.
Particularly with your kidney disease, with your dialysis, is what I'm asking.
Sometimes it can be emotional wrecking, but you don't have no choice. You have to deal with it.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Uh, you're fortunate though, Kadisha. You have a great family. Can you talk to us a little bit about the support that your husband and your children give you?
Um, they are very supportive. Everybody is doing the best they can do, and I appreciate it greatly because you need it in times like this.
Okay. It's my understanding that you are a registered nurse. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
And you've been in nursing a long time. You were a licensed practical nurse before you were a registered nurse. Is that right?
Yes.
How long have you been in nursing altogether?
Um, since 2005.
So that's 15, 17 years by my bad math.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And you went to Houston Community College?
No, I went to UDC for my LPN, and then I went to Trinity University for my BSN.
Okay.
Hmm.
Why did you become a nurse? Why did you choose that particular profession?
Oh, I love helping people. So now that I need help, I wish people can help me too.
Okay. Well, you like helping people.
Yes, I do.
All right. And um, I understand currently that you work in a clinic. Can you tell us a little bit about your work?
Um, Basically, it's like any clinic work, you know?
Okay. What is
Yeah.
the what is the name of the clinic that you work at?
Um,
You work with children, don't you?
well, it's both. They just call it that, but we work with all population.
Okay. All right. And I understand that part of the reason that you do peritoneal dialysis is so you can continue working because you have to help support your family. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
So you can't really quit working, can you?
Well, I'm not. I'm used to working. I've been working this far. I don't think I will benefit from not working because I like to move my body. I can't stay still.
Okay. I understand that between your working and raising a family and your treatment schedule, that dialysis has become a bit more difficult recently. Can you explain why?
Well, the biggest issue I'm having with the dialysis, like I said, is the nausea and vomiting. I mean, all the other things they're there, they bother me, but I can deal with it. But this nausea and vomiting is just too much.
Okay.
Yeah,
L-
it has a lot of other stuff, but you can manage. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Yeah, but if you don't eat and have energy, you can do nothing.
I understand.
Yeah,
I've been there myself, my friend. I understand.
yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the things you're doing to try and find a kidney donor and a kidney transplant. You are currently listed at MedStar Georgetown University Hospital. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And just so folks know, that information is streaming across the bottom of the screen while Kadisha and I are talking. Um, your transplant coordinator there is a woman named Jennifer Austin.
Yeah.
Okay. And her telephone number I have as 202-444-0653, 202-444-0653. Is that a correct telephone number, the best of your knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to my friend Anthony Reed. Thanks for checking in, Anthony. I appreciate it. And you're listed as Kadijatu Bah.
Yeah.
Okay. Kadijatu, Kadijatu, Bah, Bah. Am I
Yeah.
spelling your name correctly?
Yes.
Okay. And your date of birth is April 17th,
14.
April 14th, 19.
75.
April 14th, 19. So we want to make sure the right Kadisha gets the kidney. April 14th, 1975, right?
Yes.
Okay. And it's also my understanding that you're working with the National Kidney Registry. Can you tell us a little bit about what they're doing for you?
They gave me some what is it called? Business cards, and they always send me an email.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had registered on their Microsoft.
All right. You told me off camera that they built a microsite for you as well. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. And the hospital where you're listed, they recognize paired kidney exchange, or what we refer to as a donor swap. If you have
Yeah.
a donor that doesn't match you but matches somebody else, their donor matches you but not their recipient, you can swap donors. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And they also allow advanced donations. Somebody could donate in your behalf. They give you a voucher that would move you up the list. The next
Yeah,
kidney that came along would be yours.
I believe so.
All right. So that's a non-directed donation. Somebody that doesn't donate directly to you, they recognize that.
I believe.
Okay. And they also have a family voucher program. If somebody wanted to donate from your family, that would also move you up the list. Is that correct? Okay. Hang in there, Kadisha. I'm going as fast as I can, honest.
That's
And did I get the website correct in the introduction? You can actually start the process to donate online. That's www.mgti.donorscreen.org. Is that the correct site?
yeah.
Okay. What are your goals after kidney transplant? What do you plan to do? How do you envision your quality of life?
Best quality of life traveling.
Okay, a much better quality of life than being on dialysis, for example,
Yeah.
and suffering the way that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you see this affecting your children and your family?
It's affecting them big time because they know how I used to be, and now it's not the same.
Okay. You've always been kind of a jolly, happy, bon vivant kind of type of woman, correct?
Yep.
All right. How would a transplant affect your nursing, your work?
It will put me back on on the on the field, like I used to be.
Okay. And you mentioned travel. If you had a transplant and you were doing well, where would you like to go?
I would like to go home.
Okay. Back to Sierra Leone?
Yeah.
Okay. I had a lady on here a couple of weeks ago. I asked her that same question. She said she wanted to go to Disney World. So yeah, Sierra Leone. I think you got the better part of that deal. Um, before we close up for the night, is there anything else that you would like to discuss before we close? Is there anything I forgot to mention or you would like to add to the conversation?
No, I'm just pleading to anybody out there, please help a mother in need of a kidney.
Okay. All right, Kadisha, I'm going to let you go then, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, my friend.
Oh,
I'm happy to do it.
thank
Best
you very,
wishes.
very
You keep me posted on how you're doing, okay?
okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Anything else I can do for you, you let me know.
Yep, I sure will.
All right. You have a good night, Kanisha.
Okay.
Oops, sorry, I hit the button too soon. All right, so that's our show for tonight. I hope everybody. Kent Bressler says blessings. I hope everybody enjoyed the broadcast. As you can see, my friend's struggling a little bit. She really, really does need your help. So, please share this broadcast. Um, share it to your personal page. Let's try to find somebody that wants to donate, and we'll at least try to get listed, and we can go from there. All right, broadcast coming up in the future, April 22nd or April 15th. I'm sorry. We're going to talk to Lisa G. She's a kidney patient and a kidney advocate. She's going through a little bit of a struggle right now. I thought that might be of interest. April 22nd, we talked to Steve Bundage. He's a terrific kidney advocate, a kidney patient. He waited a long time on dialysis before his transplant, and we'll talk to him about that. On the 25th, we're going to talk with Doctors Lash and Assad. We're going to talk about kidney disease and insomnia, continuing series. I don't know about you, but all my kidney friends seem to be awake at 4 o'clock in the morning when I'm sending them texts. I expect them to answer in the morning. So a lot going on Kidney Stories too. So watch this space, and I will talk to you very, very soon. All right. So, and just a reminder, our sponsors, Kidney Solutions, very good people to contact if you're looking for a kidney, particularly preemptive kidney transplant. April's National Donate Life Month. And Kent wants everybody to know where you can get a hold of Kidney Solutions to help Kadisha. All right, so we're going to wind this little broadcast